It's finally Thanksgiving season, and Christmas is really just right around the corner. And even if we don't celebrate these traditions, a lot of us do a lot of shopping around these times as well. And as the year comes to an end, either way, it means that we will be getting rid of many things that are no longer useful, which means that one way or the other, it's the season of generating a lot of trash. Actually, according to the US Environmental Protection Agency, or the EPA, Americans produce 25% more trash during this time of the year, which equals 1 trillion tons of trash weekly from Thanksgiving until the end of the year. Our culture has become one of replacing things easily, but we rarely really stop to think about the things we throw away and the very long path these things we once held dearly have to travel. Paper, plastic, metal, and food waste. Where does it really all go? I made a little research. I made a lot of research as this topic is of really big relevance. We all create and we must trash, and we must be conscious of how much we produce and where it all ends, because future generations will have to deal with our trash for many years after we're gone. Additionally, as a culinary student and someone that will be involved in the food industry, we must be conscious of the impact that we create with our garbage, compostable trash, and recyclable items. Our trash travels to their fated locations to fill landfills. Luckily, some of it will be reused, and some of it won't really even have a negative effect on the planet. But just as every big journey begins, trash's journey, epic journey, begins right here at home. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, the average American produces about 4.4 pounds of trash every day, and that's over 250 million tons collected per year in the United States. That figure only really includes waste from homes, businesses, and schools, known as municipal solid waste. If you add all the construction and demolition debris, industrial waste such as coal ash and medical waste, and other wastes that are produced in America each year, the number becomes significantly higher. Of course, this first step is really brief. Trash is collected and transferred to a local transfer station. Transfer stations are hubs for waste management. Municipal solid waste is unloaded from trucks, from trash trucks, into these facilities, and it's briefly held before reloaded into much larger long-distance transport vehicles for shipment to landfills or other treatment and disposal facilities. This large shipment of waste is much more efficient, as less trips are required from the hub to facility, so less resources are used. However, as you can see, the road splits in three ways, and it's only, of course, beginning. The first road leads towards recycling. According to the EPA, in 2012, Americans recycled 65 million tons of paper cans and bottles and composed another 21 million tons of yard waste for a total of almost 87 million tons. Recycling not only reduces the waste that ends up in our landfills, it produces other tangible, considerable benefits. For example, recycling allows us to conserve vital resources. It reduces air and water pollution and cuts greenhouse gas emission, which really contributes a lot to climate change. We obviously recycle paper, glass, metal, and plastic. And then the second road leads to compost. Compost is a method of recycling organic food and yard waste from households and commercial establishments. The addition to compost promotes very healthy soil and plants while preserving landfill capacity. Compostable materials break down into a soil-like substance that is a good fertilizer and soil additive for planting. And compost also offers economic benefits by reducing the need of water for fertilizers and pesticides. However, the last road leads to the destination we are probably the most familiar with because we hear a lot about it. So our final stop is here, landfills. Landfills take more than half the garbage we generate. Landfills are carefully designed, monitored facilities that are meant to protect the environment. This is accomplished through the use of liners and daily coverage, as you can see here, daily coverage of soil. The monitoring continues long after the landfills are closed. Permitting a modern landfill generally takes years, sometimes as long as a decade, since it needs security protocols, regulations, and fees before it can really start being built, and even just to start being operated. As a landfill waste decomposes, it produces landfill gases. A gas that is largely composed of methane and carbon dioxide. The collected landfill gases can be utilized as green energy, as it reduces the landfill's effect on climate change by displacing fossil fuel use. America's waste industry also operates waste-to-energy facilities, and these facilities can be used to burn garbage in power plants equipped with modern pollution control equipment to manage emissions. And according to the Energy Recovery Council, as of 2014, 86 of these facilities, operating in 24 states, have the capacity to process more than 97 tons of municipal solid waste per day, and using the electricity and methane from landfill projects to light and heat nearly 1.6 million homes. As you can see, waste can be used as a source of renewable and sustainable energy directly. And so we have reached the end of this very unpopular and not fairly known journey. And as you can see, your Thanksgiving dinner has a very long road to travel from your dining room to your trash bin. Your unwanted leftovers will be turned into compost, your paper napkins and glasses bottles will be recycled, and the rest will be buried underground for the next hundreds of years, and hopefully it will be used as a renewable energy. When we look at trash like this, it doesn't really feel like it's wrong to walk out with several trash bags after the night after Christmas. But after being said and done, our waste will still be here long after we're gone. What we throw away today will affect the future generations, and 1 minute of your time can reduce the lifespan of a used landfill for several hundred years. So to make it a little easier on our grandchildren, don't forget to recycle, compost, and separate trash accordingly during the holiday seasons. Thank you very much for listening.